I know this is a bit of a weird one and a bit of a weird setup and everything, but I just wanted to share this video with you. I started watching this video that YouTube was stalking me with. It's Mixed Media Girl by Etsy, Why I'm Leaving Etsy. And I'd started to watch this a little bit, and then I thought, no, I want to watch it with you guys. Let's find out how this is all going. Now, I don't want you to go over and give this woman hate. From the little bit I've watched, I'm pretty sure there's no reason to give her hate. She seems absolutely lovely, and this is just her opinion of why she's leaving Etsy, but I thought it would be super interesting to listen to it together, because there's always 4 sides to every story, so it would be really interesting to see why this person's leaving Etsy. I'm going to call it just now, I bet you it's to do with free shipping or ads, some form of ads. And if you don't know what I'm talking about there, I have tons of videos on free shipping and ads, but they're the biggest things. But let's listen to Mixed Media Girl.
Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. So I am leaving Etsy as a platform for selling my art and everything else that I sell. And so I wanted to do a video on why I'm leaving Etsy and some pros and cons with that, or with Etsy as a site and as a platform.
And I just want to say, before she gets more into that, like, studio goals, look at that background. Well, that studio, all the shelves and paint and everything there, that just looks so cool. I really wish I was as craftily organized as that. That is brilliant.
Please realize this is my own viewpoint. Feel free to have your own, to make your own decisions, or have your own thoughts. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just passing on my own thoughts on the whole matter. So first of all, a little background. I joined Etsy in 2014. At the time, a friend wanted me to set up a store there. She thought it would be a good idea. I was selling a lot of art on Facebook for free around that time and having no issue with it.
Okay, so she's already selling her art before she starts Etsy. She's already selling online at Facebook, so she has some kind of social media presence, so she knows what she's doing. And by the way, I just want to say, this YouTube channel, fantastic. She has 300,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna come right out there and say that if you have a massive social media following, and 300,000 YouTube subscribers is massive, you probably don't need Etsy anyway, because that is just such a huge amount of followers that hopefully she's able to drive her own traffic. She is a huge authority in what she makes. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm seeing the bucket of drippy paint just behind her and all the stuff. I bet it's like acrylic pour and lots of fluid art and stuff. Mixed media, so yeah, I don't know. YouTube's just stalked me with this video. I'm going to check her out afterwards.
So we put up some pieces on Etsy. We paid the listing fees and everything, and nothing sold.
I so hear that all the time. That is so usual. That was my story as well. Absolutely. You get all excited. You put up your listing and it's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been 5 months and you haven't sold anything. It's not a just listed and it will sell.
I was out a couple bucks. No big deal. But I decided it really wasn't for me at that time. I was selling just fine on Facebook for free.
So many people quit before they even get started, just because literally your expectations are so high and you don't realize how difficult it is. So totally understand that. She tried to sell and then she quit.
And it didn't really make sense to be paying money for not selling pieces, if that makes sense. And just as a note, Etsy won't sell art for you. So there's not a single website that you can say, if I put my art up here, it will just sell. You need to do the work yourself.
So true. For anything, I completely agree with her. You can't. She would have had to have done work to be getting the Facebook sales in the first place, and then to build an Etsy shop, you have to do it. To build a shop that Google finds you on, you have to do work. There's no. Basically, Etsy is not there to get you customers. It's there to get customers' listings. So you have to do work to get yourself noticed, to get Etsy to know, like, trust you.
So if you're not actively promoting it, if you're not researching key terms and really like taking great care with your photos, your titles, your descriptions, your keywords, everything, then it's not going to just magically sell by itself. So that's the first thing. I've seen some people have some unreal expectations about the platform.
Expectations is so the word. People quit because their expectations are too high. They think I thought you craft, you create the thing, you list it and people will buy. No, the majority of your time isn't spent crafting, and that's horrible. That's just the way it is.
One of the pros about Etsy is that it is really easy to set up. So if you're a bit technologically challenged, Etsy, it's beautiful. It's easy to set up a nice store on there, and you kind of just set it and forget it.
Absolutely. I mean, I started in 2008, and it was even harder then to make your own website, to make your own shop. It was still possible. I'm pretty sure that we kind of did it. But it's really hard to graphically design your own website, to make it look pretty, to make it function, to be the person that's running all of that. Sure, you can add like Shopify to your own website and stuff, but it's still either you have to go with a standard template, which basically Etsy is, or you have to decide where are all the buttons going to be? How's this going to be laid out and stuff? And making things look pretty for sellers for buyers is an absolutely huge thing, and Etsy does it for us. It's very generic. It's not very exciting, but yeah, that's that's part of it. It is easy. It does all the things for you. It makes sure everything's in the right place, or the place it decides is the right place.
And you don't have to do a lot of maintenance to it. So that is probably one of the only pros about Etsy. Now, not only are you paying that listing fee, you're also giving them a percentage of any sales that you make. It's not a huge percentage. The percentage itself is pretty comparable, but you're also giving Etsy a percentage of your shipping charges. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, I know. I'm overly caffeinated today. But yes, I can totally explain why this is. It does suck. It does seem unfair, but it's our fault. Not me, not you, but Etsy sellers. Because way back in the past, what people were doing, we didn't get charged on shipping. You only got charged on your sales price, which kind of totally made sense, didn't it? The only problem is people were trying to avoid fees by making the sales price very little and rolling that extra over into the shipping price. So they weren't getting charged so much fees. So Etsy had to say, look guys, you messed up. You're now going to have to pay for the whole price. So it's totally not fair, but it was a fix for people trying to scam Etsy basically. And also, it stopped, that's a scam. I bet you we get into free shipping with her in a minute. But it's another scam that if your item looks particularly cheap and then people click on it and find out it's huge shipping, and I don't know if I'm just not very good as an Etsy buyer, but the number of times I've clicked and I don't see shipping anywhere until I really click through to buy, and then you're like, ooh, yeah, that's a con. So it stopped people doing that, trying to get high in search by making their items look like the cheapest when actually super high shipping. So get charged the fee for everything so that people aren't encouraged to make the shipping high.
If the shipping's $10 on an item and I give Etsy 5% of that, then I'm paying extra for shipping. So that right there doesn't make any sense to me. I still was okay with these terms up to a certain point. In 2018, I started putting things back on Etsy.
2018, so that is definitely the free shipping, I think, and there were some ads thing. If I remember rightly, when did promoted listings... Yeah, promoted listings and free shipping, I think they were about that time. Well, no, promoted listings was 2020, so I think it's off-site ads and free shipping she's going to be having problems with.
Again, because my art sales really started taking off, and I was like, okay, I need just an easy place to put them all in and keep it all organized. And so I started putting things up on Etsy.
I have to agree there, absolutely. It is easier just to have one platform. If you're getting lots of orders, especially if you do custom orders, it can be difficult to keep track of who you're supposed to be working for. So that is definitely a pro for Etsy, or a pro for one platform. I'm lazy. I don't want to have to deal with 6 or 7 platforms.
Was great. Was fine. No big deal. Still not super happy with those fees, but whatever. It is what it is, and that's what you agree to when you join the platform. Now, fast forward to 2019, Etsy rolls out with this new free shipping thing. They want everybody to offer free shipping, and if you do, they'll put your listings higher up in the search terms or search box, right? And if you don't, they're going to put your listings all the way at the bottom.
Right, yeah, I've got a ton of videos on this if you haven't heard of this subject, but just to quickly explain, it is what she's saying, but it's not quite exactly what she's saying. When it was rolled out, they said if you have free shipping, your items will have priority placement in search, and we didn't know what that meant. And then Etsy explained a bit further, and they said if you offer free shipping, then items with free shipping will have the front page of search, and other items will come in afterwards. So people felt really bullied to do this, to get on the front page. But what I've seen, it's only for buyers in the US. So I got buyers in the US to check out and look on the front page, and they're saying, no, we're not just seeing it as a priority. We're not just seeing free shipping. There's other listings there anyway. And then Etsy said, oh, no, we just meant the app. So people were looking from the app and saying, no, it's not just free shipping. So it seems that Etsy rolled this out and then backtracked a little bit with it, and kind of haven't told us. But this was the whole thing. Basically, if you didn't have free shipping, you had 0 chance of being on page 1.
This really, really rubbed me the wrong way.
Me too.
To try to force shop owners to give free shipping when it may not be possible. It may not make any sense. Now, what did they tell us to do? They told us to just roll that shipping cost into the price of the item.
Yeah, this was a big thing. A lot of sellers didn't do this because they were scared to increase the price of their item. So they were eating up this free shipping cost. And the thing is, they did give us an app that would kind of, when you said, I want to do was it items over $35 guaranteed free shipping? They gave us an app that combined everything, gave free shipping, and increased our prices by an amount they decided was reasonable. But the thing is, every shipping's different prices. If you're in the US, I'm told if you sell to Hawaii compared to if you sell to Alaska, that's going to be a different price. So how much shipping do you charge? Well, how much extra do you add in to cover the shipping to both these different places? And you're not going to end up totally ripping off someone who lives a state over or something. And for the rest of us selling internationally, yeah, even harder. How much do we know how to add extra? So it was really confusing. And I've said my take on the free shipping thing. Hate it. Hate how we were bullied into doing it. I don't do it. But hate how people were bullied into doing it. And I also hate how misleading it is. It isn't free shipping. If you're in the next state to this woman and you have to pay, your listing is the listing you're buying is now the price it would have been plus shipping to Alaska compared to what it would have been is the price plus shipping to you. It's not free shipping. It's you're suddenly being ripped off. Calm down, Pam.
That's not particularly honest in my viewpoint. It is basically a psychological mechanism to make customers think they have.
It should be shipping included, not free shipping. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting her.
Have free shipping when they really don't. Companies do it all the time, right, wrong, indifferent, I don't know. But it wasn't something that really made sense to me. And I have a wide variety of items on my shop and a wide variety of weights. Now the weight.
Oh, yes. I mean, looking at her backdrop and stuff, she's like definitely got paintings there which will be heavy in different sizes. That looks like some kind of cast metal thing. Yeah, I don't Shipping must have been a nightmare already.
And the size of items makes a huge difference in your shipping. So for me, one piece could cost $8 to ship to someone in California, but it could cost $18 to ship to someone in New York. So I can add that extra $18 to my item, and then someone in California is paying an extra $18 or an extra $10, right? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly. Perfect example. You're having to rip off your localer. That's a word now. You're having to rip off your customers.
So that was kind of the first, I don't really like this, and I don't like what they're trying to get people to do. And I don't like the fact that even though I have good items, I have good reviews, I make lots of sales, I have happy customers, they're putting my listings down at the bottom because I won't offer free shipping because it's...
Yeah, that's another one that people got caught when they were hearing, do this else you won't rank, do this and you get your priority position. The thing is, millions of sellers were offering free shipping, so people were basically ripping themselves off. They weren't rolling in the extra price because they didn't want to rip their customers off. So they were eating the free shipping charge in the hope of getting priority placement on Etsy, ranking their listings on Etsy. But the problem still is there's only one front page. And only the free shipping items, only those ones that fit on the front page were there, and then nobody else was getting. And as it turns out, people who don't have free shipping are hitting the front page. So so people are ripping themselves off, and they're not even getting seen in search. I said this was going to be the case when this came out. But so many people were disappointed. Like, I've offered free shipping and it's not giving me anything.
Just doesn't make any sense. So that was my first, like, okay, not cool, Etsy, and I never agreed to this. So at that point, I started looking elsewhere for another place to sell my art. I wasn't in a mad hurry because, okay, it's, I want to make sure I don't have to move more than once. So I started researching the other platforms, Shopify, there's Fine Art America, there's all kinds of different things. And then, of course, looking into making my own website, which is what I decided to go with in the end. But
I think that's sensible for someone that has 300,000 subscribers. And see that little silver thing in the background? That is a silver play button. They are fantastic. That is what YouTube gives you to celebrate when you hit 100,000 subscribers. I would love one of them one day, but it's huge. Not many YouTubers get there. I know it might feel like it when you watch YouTube. A lot of the people you're seeing are just the big guys, but most YouTubers do not get to that. And I would really love that. It's probably going to take decades. I'll be like this little old woman when it happens, but I want one of them. Anyway, random tangent. But when she has 300,000 subscribers here, she was selling on Facebook, so she probably has a decent presence there as well. She has followers. It totally makes sense to have her own site. It's hard to rank in Google and to have your own website and drive your own traffic, but if you already have all this audience, then totally go with that.
Setting up a website's not a really fast and easy process depending on how you want to do it. It can be super fast. You can set up a website in one day, but I have courses, I have art supplies, I have paintings, I have a lot of things. So
See, she's smart. How many times have I said this? Of a successful artist, you can't just be selling your art. You need to diversify, and by diversify, selling courses, selling kits, selling supplies. I'm gonna, once I'm finished here, I'm gonna watch her other videos, see some of her art. I love acrylic pour, so I've got a fun afternoon ahead of me. But this is one smart woman here. Definitely listen to her, and me, but her.
Website's not quite that simple. Anyways, fast forward even a little bit more. Etsy implements this new paid advertising gimmick. Long story short, they automatically enrolled everybody into this advertising program where
Yeah, again, I knew this was coming. I have so many videos on this. This is a little thing that happened. It's Etsy offsite ads. What it was, historically, for a while, Etsy had been putting their marketing budget into paying for things like Google ads for us, not for Etsy. Well, it works for Etsy, but they would take some of our listings and advertise them for free on Google for us. This was awesome. But like there's no free, this was a test thing, and then they decided, okay, we've done this, we've got proof of concept, it's doing really well, but we want to take our ads and take our ad money and use it in other places. And they did. They went onto TV ads and everything, which helps the platform as a whole. So they said, okay, then you're going to start paying for them, which kind of works, but I bet you she's going to go into some of the reasons why it's also a bad thing. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. I'll let her talk. This is her video. Stop talking, Pam.
they will so nicely advertise for you, whether you like it or not. If you make a sale, they're going to take their 15%.
Yep, not only that, but if someone clicks on your ad through Google and comes to your shop, they'll take this 15%, or it's 12% if you've got a bigger shop, they'll take this 15% for any sale that customer makes if they come back in the next 30 days. So it's not just the listing they've clicked on, it's not just other listings they've clicked when they've been in that listing. There's a little tracker attached to that customer, and if they come back in 30 days and buy some more, you'll get charged for that as well. Just a thing.
On top of the already almost 10% that they take.
It's more than 10%. I've done videos on fees as well. It adds up to significantly more than 10%. But yes, you've got 10% and then you've got the 15%. And if you're in a country like the UK, then you've got VAT added on top of all of these fees as well. And yeah, it builds up, but it's what we've got to pay. I still, look, I'm ranting here. Etsy is still the best for me. It's still the best for many of us. It's not for other people. If it works for you, stick with it. Get mad when they make changes. Every platform will make changes. Every platform has pros and cons. So if the pros outweigh the cons, stick with it and try and hack the system and make it work for you. We don't need to have any brand loyalty. You know, I'm an Etsy seller. I've been with Etsy forever. It's the best option for me just now. I'm not Etsy's best buddy, and when they make mistakes, I tell you.
Because they were so nice and advertised for you and supposedly made that sale. So you're giving almost 25% to Etsy. What the heck? This makes no sense whatsoever. Luckily, you could opt out. So that's the first thing. They automatically opted you in.
Only if your shop was below a certain size. If your shop starts to make more than $10,000 in any 12-month period, then you're permanently opted in. You only pay 12% instead of 15%, but you're permanently opted in. So this is good and bad. I totally get why they're doing it. They're saying, look, you've made a lot of money from the ads that we were doing already. Pay us back a bit, okay? And you're a big shop. But the thing is, not everybody has a scalable shop. Mixed media girl, me, there's only so much we can make because we're what Etsy wanted sellers to be. We're hand making things. Therefore, it's not scalable. So there's going to be a limit. I don't want to get to the $10,000 of sales, $20,000 of sales and keep growing. I have to throttle my sales quite often. I have to slow down my business. So it does suck a bit if you get to a certain level. You can't opt out of the ads and you don't necessarily actually want the number of sales you're getting, which I know sounds crazy if you're just starting out and you're saying, Pam, what on earth do you mean you want to throttle your sales? But it's a thing.
Without any agreement. I never asked for that, but you could then go and, it wasn't easy to find, but you could opt out of that. Okay, great. Whew. All right. So I kept going along. And then my sales really started picking up, which is a good thing, right? You should be excited about it. But what does that mean on Etsy?
You got the
That
limit.
means that I am now forced to be in their advertising program. I have no decision to opt out. So they're going to force me to let them advertise for me and then take a massive chunk of anything that they supposedly sell. Now, how do they determine what they sell? This is also where it gets a bit fishy and, in my mind, criminal. I don't need Etsy's help selling anything. I've done a lot.
At 300,000 subscribers, you definitely don't. You are doing awesome, girl. Good, like artist girl goals.
A lot of hard work building up my own platform. Where do you think Etsy advertises? They advertise to my own customers. So I have a YouTube video. Who's advertising above and below and beside that?
Oh, I never even thought of that one. Of course. She, with 300,000 subscribers, when she has a lot of people that get told whenever she makes a video. And yes, Etsy are paying, or we're paying Etsy basically to put ads of our stuff on Google. I never even thought they'll be showing up on her videos. Are they showing up? Right, guys, can you let me know in the comments down below if you're getting an ad in the sidebar or somewhere of this video, and if it's for one of my items, Ben McFuzzy Lugs on Etsy, a little needle felted dog, or if it's for one of Mixed Media Girls' listings. Let us know if our Etsy ads are showing, our Google ads are. Wow, I never even thought of that.
Etsy is advertising my own items on my own YouTube videos. They're advertising my own items when people search for me on Etsy. So people that are already customers of mine, they're already my...
It's a good point as well. I never thought of that. But it's possible if promoted listings, if someone searches for your shop name, there's no way to say, I don't want ads to show for Ben McFuzzy Lugs, because if people are searching for Ben McFuzzy Lugs, they're going to find me anyway. I haven't been charged for Etsy ads to Ben McFuzzy Lugs, so maybe they're okay with that. But yeah, I totally get that. Yeah. See, thank you. She's making me think too, which is good.
Public, my audience, and oftentimes people that have already bought from me in the past, they accidentally click on an ad thinking it's just one of my...
Yeah, you've got them there. The ads are at the top, so it's the easiest to click the ads. If you're buying and you say, don't click the ads, you're costing a seller. You know what I mean? And it's, if you see one of the ads on Google, as I said, with this little cookie, this little cookie, wow, can't speak, this little cookie, that when they've clicked on your ad, it tracks you and sees. So you can't click on their ad and then say, oh, I'm not going to charge them, so I'll go away, I'll do something else, and then I'll go and search for them on Etsy. They're getting charged for the ad because you've clicked on it at some point in the 30 days. So yeah, it's a total pain if you're trying to help sellers. Try and not click on their ads.
My listings or something, and then I lose over 20% of that cost.
Well over.
Not cool, Etsy. Really not cool at all. Very shady. And there's zero way for me to opt out of this, even though it is 100% not something that I need or want. And in fact, quite the opposite. I don't want them to do that, and I have no way out of it. So that was the final straw. It's really disheartening, working my butt off, marketing and advertising and everything, my products, and then have Etsy come along and basically steal a big chunk of it. Because that's how I look at it. They're not getting me new customers. And even if they were, I don't want them to do that. So they're stealing money from me that I am not okay with giving them. So final straw, I'm moving to a new website, and that will be hopefully within the next couple weeks. It's like done, but just the last final touches. And then I'm going to begin the process of moving everything over. So I am having a massive sale on Etsy. If you would...
I love this. She is so clever. You're just seeing a masterclass in marketing. First of all, best of luck with your new shop, with your new website. I will totally be. I'll leave links down below when I find them, and leave links to her Etsy shop. Check her out. I'll leave links to her YouTube channel, which I think, yeah, looks like it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But this is genius. Firstly, this video with the title and everything is going to get people to click. And for those that you don't know, with YouTube, her 300,000 subscribers, they don't all get to see it every time she posts a video. We spoke about this in the past. If it gets shown to her like super followers, the people who click on things the most. So if they click on it, which it's like, oh, I am leaving Etsy, I must click on that. So if a lot of people click on that, then YouTube will go, oh, this is a cool video, we'll show it to more of our subscribers. And if they show it to more of her subscribers and they like it as well, then YouTube will start saying, we'll send it out to this wider audience. And this is what's happening. This video has been stalking me. It's been on my feed, and YouTube's doing a great job because I watch art videos and I watch Etsy videos. So an artist talking about Etsy is the perfect thing. So it's been stalking me. So when it's stalking me, that's saying that's getting to a wider audience. YouTube is going, this is a great video. So this is getting shown to more than just her 300,000 subscribers. This is getting shown to new people. So new people are hearing about her, and they're hearing about her new shop. So she's going to get a whole ton of people to see her new shop. And she said she's having a sale on her Etsy shop, so people will go and have a look there. So she's done, this is a masterclass in marketing. If you have a big following, this is a great way, because there's a ton of value. This video has explained a lot of stuff. The pros and cons of Etsy, why she's not happy with it and everything. So there's value in this video, but it's also just dropping, here we go, marketing my stuff. It's likely to get seen to a lot of people, so I'm loving this. Okay, we're pretty much done with her video here. Really enjoyed it, totally agree with everything. And as I said at the beginning, if you have 300,000 followers on one platform, you probably don't need Etsy. If you're big and can drive your own traffic, you don't need Etsy. And I think she's totally sensible now having her own website. I think, yeah, genius. I think she's really clever, and I think she's going to do awesome. And check her out as well in the links in the comments here. Let me know what you think of this kind of a wee video. I just wanted to do something different, a bit of a reaction, because YouTube was stalking me with this video, so I thought we'd go into it together, you and me. Okay, you guys have an awesome day, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.